Today, we'll be reacting to making new anomalies for Animal Hospital. What? And don't forget, we will have the link in the description for this episode right here, YouTube video, by Dr. Keelum. I don't know how to say that, but let's watch.
Builders don't imagine a business.
Bro,
They build it on base 44. You have the idea.
One of the coolest and most important parts of the game Animal Hospital is the wide range of anomalies you come across. I mean, it's so important, it's right there in the name of the game. There's big ones, little ones, fast ones, slow ones, ones that make you say, hey, wait a second, that's not right. These anomalies are what make the game special, and I can't wait to see what kind of wacky ideas they'll come up with next. In the meantime, why not come up with some of my own? In today's video, I'm going to be going through a list of a bunch of strange anomaly ideas I came up with, and how they could be integrated into the game. Be sure to stick around till the end, because some of these anomalies get pretty crazy. We'll start off simple, with some of the more minute anomalies, like a slight change in appearance or mannerisms. The most common anomalies you'll come across are the ones that have a completely different face, hollow eyes, big teeth, or maybe both. These anomalies aren't hard to spot, far from it, but they're definitely some of the most iconic. After playing for a while, you start to see the same ones over and over and realize that there really aren't as many as you think there are. I suggest adding a few more of these simple face swapping anomalies, and here's a few that I came up with. Eyeless. Now, you might be thinking, well, there's already an eyeless anomaly, right? Yeah, there is, but this one is somehow even more eyeless. Instead of two deep black holes where the eyes were previously, now it's just, well, nothing. Pretty hard to miss a detail as jarring as this one. And while we're on the topic of eyes, I think there should also be an anomaly that blinks sideways. Currently, there's no blinking animation, I think.
You mean that thing that animals have where they blink sideways weirdly?
But adding one would add a little more life to the characters. And while they're in the studio adding blinking animations, it would be pretty freaky to see one blinking sideways, instead of vertically, like most normal animals do. This one would be a little more hard to spot, but that's kind of the whole point of the game, right? One that would be a little easier to spot is a mustache anomaly. Currently, there's a total of 1, 2 if you don't count the playable characters, patient who has a mustache. And if you take a quick peek at this picture, you'll notice that, oh dear. Now, I'm not saying that every person who grows a mustache is a doppelganger trying to steal your coffee and put an end to your life, but it would be kind of funny. Maybe there's an in-universe parasite that manifests itself as a mustache, forcing everyone to shave them off to prove they're real. Sorry, psychologist, you're gonna have to get rid of that. Barney is theorized to be an anomaly, as shown by his picture and evil face when the duck guy shows up to turn him in. But to my knowledge, all the other NPCs are always real, and will never appear as anomalies. But what if they did? Perhaps there could be a chance for a fake NPC to show up. They would have the same appearance as the real ones. The pictures would show up okay, but they would always give the wrong name. Like, instead of Ron from accounting, he would be Ron from HR. Or, instead of Rathu, it would be Ratholomew. These subtle names will force you to stay on your toes at all times, and make it so it isn't always a breath of fresh air when an NPC walks in. Another subtle anomaly detail that would definitely catch some people off guard is giving them different ears. There's already an anomaly that swaps their ears for a different pair, like cat ears getting swapped for rabbit ones. But this new anomaly would have their ears mismatched. One ear would be a cat, and the other would be a rabbit. Most animals in this game aren't very on the nose when it comes to being a specific animal, so this mismatched ear system would make it even more difficult to determine who's real and who's not. Unlike the incorrect ear anomaly though, their ears would always be unmatching, regardless of where you're looking at them from. This one is a little crazy, but what if the anomaly just doesn't show up on anything? Whether it be the cameras or when you take a photo, this anomaly would just not show up. Instead of having to keep your eyes peeled for a slight difference in their appearance, you'll have to be looking to see if there's, well, nothing there at all. This anomaly could really mess up some runs if you aren't paying close enough attention to those cameras. They would show up in the real world, but not on any of these cameras. And similar to not showing up, there could also be an easier variant of this anomaly where only the eyes show up on the cameras. Not nearly as difficult as complete invisibility, but still pretty cool. Now, so far, all the new anomalies I've mentioned are purely cosmetic and visual changes. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think it'd be a little more fun if we had some more weird and wacky ideas. So, let's get into some of those. Let's start off with an already existing event and expand on it further. Sometimes, when a patient walks in, there's a small chance that they may be on fire. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but you should probably put the fire out before you come to the hospital, but I won't judge too harshly. One event I think would be really stupid is a chance for a patient to just be on fire forever. Spraying them with a fire extinguisher would put them out temporarily, but no matter how hard you try, that fire's not going out for good. Once you spray the patient with a fire extinguisher, the fire will go away for around 20 seconds, but they'll keep spontaneously combusting until they're healed, or until you dispose of them. You can get rid of them the same way you would any other anomaly, however, shutting the shutter, using the taser, or being pretty reckless. It's an easy anomaly to spot, but I think the game needs some more wacky and fun ones like this. Another event to expand on is the headbangers. The devs have already mentioned that they're doing more with these, so I won't cover them too much, but it would be really neat if there were other variants of these anomalies. My suggestion is one that blocks you from being able to take items out of the shelves. Much like how the headbangers block you from closing the shutter, these would stand in front of the shelves and completely remove your ability to take items. In order to get rid of these guys, you'd need to go to the other wing of the hospital, grab the item they're in front of, and give it to them. Only then will they leave and let you grab from the shelves once again. For example, if a headbanger is blocking the maple syrup shelf, you'll have to go to the other side, pick up a different maple syrup, and give it to the headbanger. Don't worry though, there can only ever be one headbanger in the hospital at a time. Otherwise, they'd start blocking everything and make it impossible to get rid of. You know, unless you just tase them, but where's the fun in that?
Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards.
One thing this game does well is the events where you have to drop everything and go. Fires, summoning rituals, critical patients, and patients getting eaten, you know, normal hospital stuff. I think we need some more wacky events like these. My proposal is the heartache. Sometimes, after analyzing a patient, their symptom will come up as a heartache. Once this happens, their heart will jump out of their chest, grow a pair of legs, and begin to run aimlessly around the building like a headless chicken. This event would cause the patient to go critical and start a 30-second countdown. Clock's ticking, bud. Better go catch that heart. The heart will keep running and jumping around the halls of the hospital until the player picks it up. After that, all you have to do is place it back in the chest and give them some herbs to ease the pain. Events like this really spice up the gameplay loop and force players out of their established roles and routes. Heart on the loose? Doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, you're part of this manhunt. And if you think that's bad, just wait till you see this one. Just to make sure everything is in tip-top shape, an electrician will come into the hospital and do some behind-the-scenes work on the Wi-Fi. While he's in the hospital, the Wi-Fi will be down for maintenance, and the big TVs above the patient's head will still work, but not the way they're supposed to. Instead of showing what remedies the patients need, it will only show the names of the items you need. All the pictures will be placed by red X's because, I don't know, the electrician messed something up in the back. I hope you've memorized the name of every single item. If not, don't worry, you'll
If you're that guy, you're just gonna go straight to the wiki and look at it. Because
still be able to see when you hover over it, but those patients will have to wait just a little bit longer. This event only lasts until the electrician leaves, so you better hope he does his job quick. If you're anything like me, you definitely only look at the pictures when you get an item for the patient. Nobody—
You know what I thought it would be? I thought it would be like, you know, like nothing would be on there and you have to only look at the computer because that's the only thing that has the information. You gotta look like stomach ache. You don't know what the treatment is, so you gotta get the actual treatment that everybody uses for the stomach ache, even though you don't even know it yet.
The name, so this would definitely slow down the patient throughput and maybe even lead to a few accidents. As of the writing of this video, they've actually introduced a few new events in the most recent update. There's one where the stalker can come up to the patient check-in window, some weird poster visuals when you have low sanity, and now some of the anomalies crawl, so that's cool. Hopefully they keep adding more events and anomalies as the time goes on. There's a lot of potential for some wacky shenanigans in this hospital, and I know they'll come up with some clever stuff. Who knows, maybe some of the things I mentioned in this video will appear in the game. It seems like the devs are pretty keen on taking inspiration from fan art and other ideas, so who knows. But that's all I've got for today. This game has been slowly improving over time, and it's nice to see something that was clearly made as a cash grab turn into something really special. The devs are working like quadruple overtime. It's crazy how much stuff was in this most recent update. I'd love to hear what you guys think down below about some of the ideas in this video and some of the stuff they added in the new update. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you think Rathu should be removed from the game permanently? Let me know down below.
Excuse me?
Do you hate them? Do you think Rathu should be removed from the game permanently?
I'm shocked. Rathu shall not be removed from the game permanently.
Let me know down below.
No!
And that's about it for today's video.
Rathu.
Until next time.
Please, people in the comments, don't say Rathu needs to be removed. Whoa! I don't see anyone talking about it. Yeah, I don't know. Bro, he has so much lore. We can't just remove a loreful character out of the game for no reason. Or there could be a reason. Anyway, that's all I can say by now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to listen to this without interruptions, go to the link in the description and you'll find it too.